So boom and chase is a way to get open space. It's not always fake. So like wanted to show that of booming the ball, driving through challenges, playing aggressive, stealing boost, looking for demos. We need to start creating space this way. Champ 3 doubles. Right off the bat, I'm looking at 50-50 quality. I think we just have like a tough time taking 50s. I'm waiting for you to prove me wrong. That was a good 50. Minor focus is to look at 50s. Good. Because I feel like open space, we are absolutely chilling with mechanics and control. Really good. Any dicey moment when you have to ego or take a last resort 50, things get a little choppy. Something I've noticed with your gameplay. Like open space like this, we're chilling. Right? Like we have, like we're a little bit more confident when no one is on us. So I want to see like kind of how we can tackle that. Because I've noticed this with previous replays. And whenever someone egos us, that's when we shut down. And fortunately, you can't always have open space in this game. That's it. Right, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Anytime someone rushes in, that's when we lose our impact. Whenever we have open space, we're a lot more consistent. So, I'm going to try to brainstorm. Like, it could be, I mean, most likely it's awareness driven, but what is causing, like, that was a good play. You had 2 ego challenge defenders right there. You had one in the corner who has the option to ego you, which I actually thought that was a good fake by this player. I thought this player was going to ego, and then this player cut into ego. So, this was a good play. Like, it could be awareness rooted. That's what I think it is. But why? That's the question. That was good. Maybe it's speed. Let's take a look at our speed when we, like, take these challenges. Or, like, when we're controlling the ball or taking a 50. What does our speed look like? Yeah, I just feel like every single dicey moment, that's when we break down. Like this, I think we thought that player was going to follow his touch, and that's why we got a little psyched out. This player was going to follow their touch in the corner. It looks like mechs are breaking down, but Tevi, I know what I want to talk about with you, but this is actually a tough problem to solve. I want to make it easy, though. Basically, you don't thrive in chaos, which is a big part of Rocket League. It's the back and forth, the ping pong. Like, you thrive in a 1v1 setting with open space. Like, you just can't get that. That's, like, almost non-existent in 3s, and it's hard to even get that a lot in 2s. That was good. Given that, it's just always awkward. Part of me feels like the reason we're not good at it, taking like last resort 50s or taking aggressive ego challenges ourselves, I feel like it's because we always fake or we always control. Like, we definitely lean more towards the control and the fake challenge side of Rocket League. And I feel like part of it is like, it's like a structural thing. Like, you need to just make different decisions to start to get that experience. And I know that's like fairly weird coaching advice, but like, you just, like, how to get better at ego challenges, throw yourself at the ball. You know, how to get better at 50s, take more 50s. It's like literally making that decision. And I think we're so heavy-handed with the open space control and fake challenging to create space. Another way to create space is You ego challenge the ball, you whip the ball over here, you ego challenge the goal line, and then you get your space over here. Get space by like throwing yourself at the ball, by booming the ball, by demoing, by stealing boost. There's tons of ways to get space. We are just more of we either control in wide open space, or we fake challenge to get that space. Part of me wants to say it's decision making, which is a tough one as well. I think you should train that. Like literally just start playing the ball a little bit more aggressively. Look for your drive challenges where just drive through the challenge. You don't even jump, you just drive through it. Look for your ego challenges where you throw yourself at the ball. Because a part of it is like, if you ego the ball, now you could demo from behind. Now you are in a position to cut. So it's like we're also missing that game sense because we're always playing behind the ball, right? So it's like you kind of see how all this works together. It's like we're missing the whole front of the field. We're missing the whole aggressive, chaotic part of Rocket League. You could have a play to beat mindset. I always like play to beat. I feel like it's very straightforward for players to see in game where you're not really thinking about control, ball control. You're thinking about players in front of me. I want to beat the player or 50 the player. It could be like play to beat, play to bait. Bait in with a 50 or beat the player. So it's like, you look at this play right here, and it's, I don't care what I'm going to do with the ball. I'm just going to beat both of these players. So you boom it. And that could be like a very straightforward decision-making approach for you to kind of, it's almost like I want you to get out of this comfort zone and kind of get out of these habitual tendencies. Like that was a really good play, a little bit of a boom and chase play. And I'm looking for more of that. Because if you always fake and you always control, eventually you get to a high enough level where you will just always get shut down by ego challengers. Also, use this play as a good example. I said before, drive challenges. You had a little bit of a boom chase play right here. All right, boom, boom. It is a control play, but it's not dedicated ball control mechanics. And then you just drive through the challenge and you go for the demo on the goal line. Right? I'm looking for more of that. Truly. I think that was the first time we really boom and chased and went for a drive challenge. Another good drive challenge. And you could kind of see just the workflow of all of this, Tepfi. A little bit of a boom and chase. Right? Into a drive challenge. Rotate back. Little bit of a boom and chase. Into a drive challenge. Rotate back. Right? And then open space. So boom and chase is a way to get open space. It's not always fake. So like, wanted to show that of booming the ball, driving through challenges, playing aggressive, stealing boost, looking for demos. We need to start creating space this way, just to round out the play style. Very good. And the reason being, what happens, like, right now we're in Champ 3. Let's try. Right now we're in Champ 3. You get to Grand Champ 2, and you'll still find players who play fairly passive, fairly defensive, because that's just how they like to play the game. But for the most part, everyone chases. Because that's how you play higher levels of Rocket League. That's hard for players to understand, but that like Grand Champ 2 to SSL range, typically players chase their way through to SSL, and then SSL and beyond is where you start refining, refining that game sense. That was good. A little bit of a, use this as an example, a little bit of a play to beat, right? Beat. That was bait, right? We baited him in. Then beat. all you're doing is taking a player out of the game. I would really focus that. I feel like that is the most straightforward thing for players to have in the back of their heads when they play is there's a player in front of me. I just want to beat the player. It's not what am I doing with the ball. And ultimately, I just want you to be able to thrive in chaos. That's my goal for you. To be uncomfortable, to be pressured, and not make a mistake. To have that back and forth and play consistent. That's, again, what Grand Champ 2 is. Leave it there. Good stuff. Overall good. Just a little heavy-handed with the fakes.